Today we're going to take a look at this Eileen figure and her little bikey thing. And we've got some extra stuff to take a look at, so let's just jump right into this figure. Her name's Eileen, and I think I lean too much into some of these let's just open it. So thank you to 5K Toys for sending these over so we could take a look at it together and find out if this thing's really worth it. At the end of this video, you might actually be able to put her on your shelf. I'll show you. So obviously the classic kind of bunny thing, which is very much, Japan loves those. They pretty much put any character they've ever put in anything, eventually has a variant in a bunny suit. Now this is a Chinese company, a Chinese product. This is what you get on the back, all the accessories that are going on the inside. I don't know what that is. Hopefully that means the eyes move. I feel like I should know this. Now there's some kind of a seal here, which is like maybe an authentication. I bet you could scan that thing if you want to. Give it a shot. I don't care, because I'm not here for that. I'm a weirdo. All right, so the Cyclone bike looks like this on the front and that on the back. So some images that we've seen basically already on the internet. And we do have some extra things that we will look at the end here. So stick with me as we review this thing and then add a little bit of upgrades to it. Questionable. All right, we slide it out of the box. There's all kinds of stuff on the inside. Let's get it all out of there so that we can look at it. That's how that works, isn't it? I'm so stupid. So we got a little manual that we probably will not be able to read, although we can, because it's also in English. So Chinese, Japanese, and English so far. So that's cool. But it's all like your caution things. Oh, here you go. So it's a layout of all the parts. It's essentially an instruction piece, letting you know, I assume, about limitations, not just showing off. Here's all the parts, here's the limitations, here's how things swap around. I love when brands do this. More brands really need to consider this. And you got this, what's going on here? So we have this card that again is in Chinese. Don't know what any of that is. It's got the QR thing here. There it is again. Oh, it's like a little cross sell. So some of the things that you can get pre-ordered right now on 5K Toys, which if you watched my pre-order video, you know that these are part of that pre-order for me. I don't remember if this is one of them. Let's move on. I've already embarrassed myself in that video. I don't need to do it again. And here's a hard card, so I don't know what's going on. Just a quick reference guide, probably. This is unique. There are void labels on the sides here. And the reason why is if you remove that, basically don't open the package if you notice defects, which is tough because sometimes you don't know until you open the package. She's got a lot. I'm gonna take her out, but let's take a look at the bike real quick, and then I'll get everything out on the desk for us so that we can enjoy it all together. All right, we're looking at a lot of the same stuff here. So we've got a hard card with the little like caution information on there for the bike. We've got this cross-sell thing that we had for Eileen herself, and you got the instruction manual, which looks like this. I gotta put things together. Okay, lots of goodies. I'm gonna take all the stuff out, and then I don't even need to tell you that. We'll cut away. 1, 2, 3, boom. Starting over here with the bike, I think this is looking pretty cool, and I'm curious if some of this stuff will light up cool under a black light. So hopefully I remember to do that, at least during the posing. That should be easy. But let's start over here with the little fins or whatever. This is like the rabbit ears, I guess, of the bike. This is kind of neat. The plastic is fine. The paint is fine. Nothing crazy. All this is very simple paint work. It's okay. It's kind of toy-esque. Now her hair looks super cool, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's look at this thing. This is the little wing or whatever. And there are no play features, even though it kind of looks like it would have some. I mean, the color scheme's super cute. It's fine. You know, it's matching the aesthetic for her. Now you got the foot pedals, I guess, for like the for like shifting and stuff. These little peg stands for her feet, I'm guessing. I don't know, I haven't put it together. And you got these, which are probably like little kickstand things. And you get these, which are the things to do stuff. I should probably just put it together. Let's look at the bike itself. Now, look at that. That's a weird feature. Why is it, I thought this thing from the ads were trying to say that it's like a hover bike. It's like a one-wheel motorcycle. Like that would be a nice feature if that in there would light up, but whatever. The bike is actually super cheap. Affordability wise, even if you just want the bike for some other figures, I think this is gonna be a fun one. Well, instructions are fun because it tells you can use these like kickstand pieces, which I don't know, they might not even be kickstands, or you can use these like footrest pieces. So there's multiple ways to do this, so it's not just a one and done kind of thing. You have some, I guess, personalizations and customizations. All right, so the foot pedal shifter things are handlebars. I'm such an idiot. A lot of it comes apart, so you can actually totally disassemble this thing, as you can see down here, and then put things back together. This is a trunk, as labeled in Japanese anyway, so you can actually take that apart. I would remove it, pull it out, and then try to take it off, because that was really complicated to try to get that off without feeling like you're gonna break something. These are some kind of like blades, so they actually attach to these parts. So they just lock in like that, so they're just like hidden blade things. Now there's extra holes here on the sides, but I guess you could just, you know, do whatever you want here. Customize it to your heart's content. The only thing is, this bike desperately needs a little stand of its own. I thought it was a hover one, and I would love to have it on a stand by itself, you know, just like mounts it up so it looks like a hover bike. But that's not what it is. Also, the front headlight can come off, so I guess if you could find like a little LED thing to pop in there, then you can certainly do that. And if you have like a UV light or whatever, black light, watch this. Check that out. That's pretty sweet. Obviously, it's a kind of a unique setup. Like, you're gonna really, like, who's gonna have this? Are you gonna have, do you have black lights on your shelf? You could take a black light, shine it, a lot of the parts will light up. It's pretty cool. I mean, it looks even better in real life, in person. Anyway, let's move on. So you have the option to plug in the stand and using the claw, or you can plug this directly into the bunny hole, which is different because, I mean, she has 2 bunny holes. But love having a stand. That's always a bonus, so really bumps the value of these things up. You get extra wrist pegs because you never know, these things could always break over time. You got the tool to adjust the eyeballs here, which is kind of cool, and it's really big. She comes with a left and right of this hand, which is, I don't know. Maybe this is to make a specific gesture because she's doing like little cute things or something. Or maybe she also loves Jean Grey. If you know, you know. You get a left and right hand here for holding what would look like a gun, which she does have. And she's got this, so when you're talking about this a second ago, so these are gripping hands, but it also kind of looks like you could make little heart hands, maybe? I don't know. Not that well. Whatever, I was thinking like the Deadpool figure. Let's move on. We've got a left and right of this, which is just, you know, either an extreme pointing finger or because she's making little cute face gestures. Alternate bunny tail in the box, and this looks, it's actually fuzzy. It actually is like a flocked finish, which is crazy. Look at that. But that is pretty cool. Looks like cauliflower. She comes with a futuristic cell phone, and she's got a whole text thread going on here. What's going on? Huh? What's the conversation? That's up to you. And the back of it, it looks like that. It's a little carrot. How adorbs. And don't forget, while you're here, you should hit the subscribe button. Hang out. We got lots to cover. And her gun, which is the most basic thing in the entire set. This is kind of a bummer. If it actually collapsed there, which looks like it has a little hinge, then it would be cool. It'd be like a fold-up, tuck-away phone, gun. Phone? Gun. Maybe that's that. Is this supposed to kind of be the same thing? I mean, they're similarly designed. Like, this phone flips out into a gun? I don't know. Whatever your imagination tells you. It just has a kind of slightly pearlescent pink finish. Alternate faceplate in the box is this one, and I assume you can still, yes. So obviously blanked off there, but you can still move that one eye so you can have her looking off to the side or whatever. But the paint finish and everything is really nice. Look at the glossiness of that eyeball. It's really fun. A lot of colors going on in there. That's a pretty sweet looking design. All right, on to the main figure itself. This is what you're all here for, isn't it? Looking at the details here, so the paint on the hair is great. It's got that pearlescent look to it. It's got a lot of gradients and stuff, so highlights, lowlights, looking sweet. There's some articulation in this, so a little ball joint, that's pretty cool. Now I did try to take the faceplate off, and that was really, really hard. The hairline piece was like almost stuck in there. So that and the reason why I did that is the head wasn't attached when it was in the box. So it's one of those like potential defects you don't know about until you take it out of the box. Looking at the details of the faceplate, so much like the other one, right? But now both eyes are open, so you can alter all of that however you need to. Looking really fine as far as details go, because we don't have a lot of details to look at. I love that there's a matte finish through the skin, which is good. These shoulders are pretty wild. Like they kind of worry me that they could pop apart. but maybe that's okay. We have some figures like this before that like the joints pop apart, no big deal, they just go right back in. So maybe nothing to stress over. So definitely have some limitations on the wrist. Now, by the way, she does have peace hands on by default. Let's just go through it. What am I doing? I'm getting so distracted and so lost. So we got the collar, we got the all of this. This has like a glossy finish. That divot seems a little extreme. It doesn't need to be there. The backside. Moving on. All these joints, we've seen this with other brands, and this is like, it's smart because you could probably, you're kind of hiding your reusable parts. So you could probably have all this stuff for other figures with like slight modifications, which really helps with cost when you're trying to produce these things. There's not crazy range, but she's really tiny, so you still kind of get as much as you would, I guess, necessarily expect. There's rotation up here. Again, kind of pops apart like the legs do. Double jointed elbows, which is good. Side to side, the front articulation, as far as like the crunch isn't too extreme, but the leaning back is good, which might be helpful for the bike. Lots of articulation there in the upper parts of the legs. Rotation, double jointed knees, and then these impossible to stand on shoes. High heels is what people call those. So that's gonna be a big problem for her. She's definitely gonna either have to be on that bike or you're gonna have to use that stand. There's no way she can stand on her own. But we'll find out because I tried it in the posing segment. It's a future me problem. I think you're still gonna get a lot of articulation out of this. There's whatever, that's up to you, okay? So before I show you the little upgrade thing, I gotta talk about some things that I've learned because it's been a couple days. Let's get into it. This figure really doesn't work on the bike like this, which is the way you would want it, in a seated position. So any of you that have this Bulma, works incredibly well and her legs fit right underneath this thing. So it tucks in perfectly. So really fun alternative thing for your Bulma figure. Now, if you want to have this figure on there, the only way to do it, because their legs are so freaking long, is to do it like the promo photos, which is basically this. And that's, I guess if you have this figure, it all adds up, doesn't it? So there are certainly some limitations, some issues, but at the end of the day, the bike's super cool. You can also use this in line with some of their other like mech pieces. So I'm gonna put that on the screen because I totally forgot what it was, but there's this image that exists out there where they took it, you take this thing apart and you kind of combine it, which is probably what this piece is supposed to be for. You can go in from behind like that, or you can go in from the front like this. So I don't understand what this thing's purpose is. The thing that I was talking about, it's peeked over here in the corner. Let's get it out here. This little set. So it's totally in theme with her. The promo images of this from Snail Shell is not with this figure, it's with somebody else. So I don't know how it's gonna fit on her, but it kind of makes sense to do this bunny style thing with this one. So let's check it out. And I know some of you were probably thinking it was this part that was going to be the upgrade, but that's still on pre-order, unfortunately. So they did not come out at the same time, even though they're made for her. So that's a later on thing, and I can't really dedicate a whole video to those. It's a bummer. Right off the bat, I love these. I love these little things. The downside being that they have the brand right on the bottom on both sides. So for like photographers, you're gonna have to go in and like edit that out because I doubt you would want that if you can see the bottom of it. However, these are fun little things, but I think we're also looking at this. You're gonna need that other upgrade because she's got these heels on. You need to have bare feet for these to really work correctly, but at least you kind of get an idea. I actually thought that they were gonna have holes in them to like peg into the spot. So now we really have to wait for those, the feet. The normal feet, because the heels don't work. This April O'Neil, which uses the Hosky body. There you go. Heck yes. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. So now we can have like a casual April wearing little slippers. These are great. Perfect. Let's get back to her because that's who this was supposed to be for. For me, that was the plan. So we have the sweater, the little hoodie rather, with the pouch in the front, the drawstrings, and the little metal pieces. So this is pretty wild. Look at the details here. Have like the kind of iron-on decal or whatever, and this on the back of it. Super fun. It's also got a little bunny tail and the ears, which I don't know if there's holes in the ears, so we'll find out. Maybe we can. Oh, there's wires in there. Now, obviously, this is a little silly, but this is kind of what I was saying. If you wanted to get this and be able to put it on your shelf, now you could probably get away with it. But this is a fun, this is fun. It's super cheap, not quality wise, but the price is super cheap. So if you just wanted something fun, this is great. It's right in line with all of this brand and everything. This is my first experience with Snail Shell. What are my thoughts? Mostly good. There are some issues with her for sure. Really mostly with the bike and how she's limited with that thing. But the figure is great. The quality is great overall. Obviously, the challenge with her having these ears is you can't put the hood up and have ears. But you get an idea. It's just a fun alternative thing. I wanted to promote it while it's here. It made sense to talk about it with the figure versus, like, I'm not going to just make a video about the hoodie thing. But this will work with other brands, I'm sure, because it's pretty large on her. But there you go. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comments. Is this something you picked up? You already have it? Or are you going to pre-order it now based on this video? Any of it? The sweater? Her, the figure, the bike. Well, there you have it, folks. If you enjoyed this thing, check it out. Links in the description. You can buy either or both of these pieces from 5K Toys right now, potentially, unless they sold out. And if you enjoyed this review and you want to see some more stuff like this, then click the top link there. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.